All right, so I'm in my garage and I'm in my or on my desk, my workbench. And what I did was I traced out the pattern of the ring onto here, onto this piece of plywood, and I've marked it all out around the edges. And I've left 8 inches on top here. Now this 8 inches, I know is a square end. I checked everything. I'm going to use that as my guide from how far I want my windows down. So I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to cut out my window guide and pop it in there just to see how everything looks. Make sure everything looks like it's going to line up right. I'm going to cut out with a jigsaw. I just bought this new tool. I know guys get all excited over new tools. I just got this yesterday. I didn't have a cordless one, so I figured that'd be easier to work with, especially outside. I don't want a cord running around. So I'm going to drill holes in these corners just to give me some place to go in with my jigsaw, and then I'll cut that out and I'll be back. Okay, got the frame cut out. As you can see, I got my 8 inches on the top, which is going to line up along the top of the trailer, and it looks pretty good. This could probably be trimmed a little bit, but other than that, let me put the window in. Here's the window. I just want to show you what it's going to look like. It's just like that. Fits in there real good. Looks pretty nice. So I'm glad I did that first. I know it's a little crooked, but that's a nice thing. It's got a little bit of play in there, so I'll be able to, maneuver a little bit, but it'll be good once it's done. All right, let me go over and mark the trailer and start the scary part of cutting everything out, but I'll be back with that. I don't know if that can be seen or not, but there's the mark from my window. You can kind of see where it's going to go. It's right in here. Up. I just got to mark with pencil. I'm going to put some painter's tape over top of that mark, and then remark it again. I put the pencil down so I can put my tape over top of it, because that's where I'm going to cut. Then I'll put the wood panel back over top, and then put some Sharpie on it, and that's going to be my cut. So let me tape this off and mark it, and I'll show you before I make my cuts. Okay, windows taped off. I used a Sharpie to mark around there. The only fear I have is that when I start cutting this stuff, I don't want the tape to slip. That happened on the inside when I was trying to do the door, and that caused a problem. So I'm going to be real careful here, go real slow. I got a nice saw, so let's get started.
Exciting.
Yeah, exciting. I got some hot metal on my elbow. Alright, we're through.
Woohoo!
See what the inside looks like. Okay, not too bad. It's pretty clean. It should be alright. Okay, let me get started. I don't know what size or what type of bit to use. Right now I've got a wood in here because I've got wood on the inside, but this metal, I'll have to see. I'm going to start with this one, and then if this seems to be tearing up the metal, I'm going to switch to the metal, which is going to be a little bit of a problem for the inside with the wood. So we'll see. Let's get started. messy. I think I'm going to have to get on top of my ladder though to finish this up. Let me get my ladder in place.
Okay, Ted has the ladder. And the cutting job continues. Go, Ted, go.
A little rough right there, but
we have a window hole.
yeah, whether the window's gonna work or not, we have a window hole, so we'll see. It looks good. Let me just grab the window real quick and just kind of put it in there and see how it looks.
Very exciting. And think of all the money that we can save by not having someone else do this. Look at that.
There you go.
Very exciting. Ta-da! And these windows came from where, Ted?
They're from Amazon for 130 bucks a piece.
That's a really good deal. Very
So,
thrifty.
that's one. All right. Now we get it back out. I gotta take the tape off, clean up the edges. Excellent, fits great.
Okay.
Okay, so the window is cut. What I just did, and I didn't show anything, but I just took a little file and I knocked down any kind of rough edges on here that were around this edge. Let me show you what's inside, how it looks. What does it look like? It looks like a window. That actually cut pretty good. It was better than I expected. Here's a tip though, a couple tips. This is what I use. That's the blade I use. That's really a rough cut for wood, but this metal is like 1/8 of an inch or 1/16 of an inch, not too thick, so it cut through there no problem. And another thing I'll show you is, now if you can see it, there's some black marks right here, a little bit on the outside, and you can see it there. Now what that is that's from the jigsaw turning. So what I'm going to do next time on this plate, I'm going to put some blue tape on there and see if I can stop that. I hope it doesn't cause any drag, but I want to put some tape on this before I cut the other side, and then that'll stop any of that scraping of the paint on the aluminum. So that's my next one. But first we got to get this window in. My wife and I are going to get this in. We'll have to work together to get this in, and we'll be back. Okay, the trim ring is in on the inside, nice tight fit. I had to do a little bit of trimming though. I got on my utility knife and just trimmed and cut, and now everything is nice and tight, so that's real tight. So next thing I'm going to do is I got butyl tape, and I'm going to put butyl tape around the edges of the window, and then we're going to put it in and then install it, so stick around. And then there's that. Alright, putting the window in has been challenging, to say the least. I mean, it went in pretty smooth. Had to trim this a little bit because the ring didn't fit. This was a little tight. Put some screws in here. I didn't know exactly what size to put in. I drilled out some holes, and a couple of them actually broke off going in. So what I tried to do was put small drill holes in and then put a little bit bigger screw. I thought I had better holding power, but it's just too much, and these screws are no good. So I went out and bought some new ones. I got some of these at Home Depot, a couple bucks for these, and they're only 1/2 inch, and they got the larger pan heads, where the other ones I had were sheet metal screws, but they had the flat head. And well, I didn't use these exactly, but the same type, because these are a little long, they're 1 inch. Then going through here, that would have been way too much. So I got a 1/2 inch. I got the bigger head, hopefully a little bit more power to grip, and hopefully I can get all the rest of this in. But I think where this is, this one here, and around here to this one, because this is going to hold that corner in. I can't get those out. I'm going to have to just drill another hole and then put it in and go from there. So let me get the rest of the screws in, and then this is going to be it for today because it is hot and humid. What else is different? This is like a repeat story around here. So let me do this and I'll be back. Okay, windows in, all the screws are in. Here I had, because I had this one that broke off, I just put out the screw here. Same thing happened here. Put out a screw. Otherwise the ring is really tight to the wall. It's a good seal. Let's go around the outside. A little bit of a gap here. That butyl tape doesn't seem to be pulling it in though. I thought it'd seal a lot better. But I've got some caulk, so I'll end up caulking it up. But yeah, that doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad at all. I can't, now we're gonna run some airflow there. I gotta put one more window over there where I'm looking right now, and windows will be done, but it's just too hot to finish up today, so maybe next weekend. So that's it from today. We're wrapping up early. It's about 1 o'clock, 10 after 1. It's like, God, it feels like it's like 90% humidity out here. It's just too hot to work today, so take a little break, enjoy the holiday weekend, and maybe I'll finish up the window next week. I'll have both windows in then, and then maybe the next thing I guess be the Fantastic fan, and then that'll be it. So you guys enjoy the rest of your Labor Day and weekend. Thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you didn't. Please subscribe and like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.